Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be sharing with you top 5 most durable designer handbags. Now obviously these are the handbags out of my own collection, but I can assure you these are probably some of the most durable designer handbags out there because before I add a bag to my collection, I do a very thorough research. And I'll be talking a lot about the actual material of the bags rather than the actual bag design itself, because durability largely relies on the material that the bag is made out of. So I may show you a few examples made out of that material that I'm talking about. When I started collecting designer handbags, the biggest consideration that I had was the durability of the bag, because I wanted to make sure that I can use the bag for many years without having to worry about it so much, so that I can use it all the time and get the cost per wear down so I can really justify spending that much money on a handbag. Now that my collection is a little bit bigger, I am a little bit more open to adding occasional use bags that are a little bit more delicate, but a large portion of my handbag collection is more durable types of handbags. So if you are looking for a durable designer handbag that you can use all the time, then hopefully you find this video helpful. If you have any other suggestions other than the ones that I've mentioned, because I don't have experience with all the bags out there, then share your picks down below in the comments section as well. So without further rambling, let's get started with the very first pick. So my first pick is Louis Vuitton coated canvas material with treated leather trims and handles. So Louis Vuitton coated canvas comes in 3 different prints, as you guys probably know already. This damier ebene, monogram, and damier azure print. And these canvas bags are made out of 2 different materials usually. So the coated canvas, which is the bulk of the bag, which is the printed bit, and then it has leather handles usually and leather sort of little trim around the edges of the bag. So the canvas portion of the bag is always very durable. The way that Louis Vuitton coats their canvas materials is just amazing. They're so scratch resistant, they're water resistant, they're very durable. I mean, I've never had any issues with their canvas. So Louis Vuitton does 2 different types of leather when it comes to their canvas bags. So this is an example of treated leather handles. The treated leather handle is very wear resistant. It's already been treated, so it is water resistant. It doesn't change color with the oils in your hand, as opposed to the untreated leather trims. So I'll show you an example. So this is an example of their canvas bag with untreated leather handle. So this is my pochette Matisse, and although the untreated leather is still quite durable, I'd say, it does show more wear over time, and it does leave watermarks if you get any water droplets or anything on it. Mine certainly has a little bit of a watermark somewhere, so I'll try and show it to you. So if you can see, it's pretty mild, but it is there. So you do need to be a little bit more careful with the canvas bags that have the untreated leather parts to it. So going back to this Speedy bag, this is my oldest bag in my collection. I bought it in 2011, so it is 8 years old, and I've used it so much, especially at the beginning. Probably for 2 years straight, I didn't really have another designer handbag in my collection. So I used this for work, on weekends. Literally, I didn't use any other bag, and for that, it is holding up so well. Literally, there is no visible wear and tear. It still looks brand new in my opinion, and there is just no corner wear or anything. The corners are so clean. I intend to keep this bag for many more years to come, and I can predict that it will stay looking like this for decades. Now, Louis Vuitton traditionally did the treated leather trim only for this particular print, which is the damier ebene print, which is the dark checkered print. So your options used to be very limited when it comes to picking a very carefree canvas bag, so you had to stick to this print. But lately, Louis Vuitton has been doing a lot more treated leather versions with their monogram pieces as well. So let me show you my beautiful Neo Noir bag in the monogram print. As you guys know, I really love this bag, and I use this a lot. This particular bag comes with the treated leather strap rather than that untreated vachetta leather. Although it is a monogram bag, this particular one comes with treated leather, which is also quite dark in color. So I never have to worry about anything when it comes to carrying this bag. And so if you do want a bag from Louis Vuitton canvas line, I do recommend going for bags that have the treated leather bits, which is very obvious and it's probably common knowledge by now, but I just had to start with this because I do believe that it is the most durable thing you can get. My second pick is Chanel Caviar caviar leather bags. So moving away from canvas, we are gonna talk durable leather for the rest of the video. So Chanel traditionally does two different types of leathers. They do these caviar leather, which is the pebbled calfskin finish, which is very, very resistant to scratches. I've been using this bag so much. And the other leather they commonly do is the lambskin leather that they do. The lambskin is so luxurious and buttery soft, but the problem is it does scratch up a lot easier. So my first few Chanel bags were all in the caviar leather because I was so worried at the price tag that they carry. I just didn't want to ruin the bag or, you know, make any marks on the bag. But by the time I got to about my fourth Chanel bag, I did try the lambskin. Now the lambskin is also fabulous, but if you do want a bag that you really don't have to worry about carrying around, then I definitely recommend a bag in the caviar leather. So this one is my Chanel Jumbo Classic Flat, which is one of the bigger sizes that they do in the classic line, and I've had this for about 5 years now, and again I use this a ton and it is holding up very, very well. I've carried it in the rain, I carried it out to clubs and bars and, you know, bumped into people, and taking it in and out of my car, I bumped it everywhere on the car as well. But considering how much it's been loved and won and abused, it is doing so well. The only thing I'll say about the caviar leather is that it can get a little bit of a corner wear. So I'm going to try and show you a little bit of the corner wear there. That is the only corner that has any wear to it. If you can see a little bit of a rubbing away of the leather. All the other corners are perfect. That must be the corner that I bumped the most. But considering the bag is 5 years old and I've used it so many times, it is holding up excellent. And that is not to say that the caviar leather doesn't hold up well in a lighter color, because here is an example of a lighter colored caviar leather bag. And I've also had this for about 4 years. This was my second ever Chanel bag that I've purchased. And I'll say I haven't used this as much as my jumbo in the black because the color is a little bit more tricky to match. But over the 4 years, I'd have to say that I did use this quite a bit as well. And I've also carried it with jeans and, you know, darker colored clothing, and it's holding up really, really well. It looks brand new still, in my opinion. The corners are completely clean, or maybe the corner wear isn't as obvious because it is a lighter colored bag, but even the back of it, look how perfect it's holding up. And the other thing I'll say about the Chanel caviar leather is that caviar leathers actually keep the puffiness of the quilting a lot better as well. If you look at older Chanel bags in lambskin, a lot of these quilting has become deflated and they look quite flat, making the bag look really aged, whereas the caviar bags keep the puffiness of the quilting quite well over the years. So Chanel bags in the caviar leather, another amazing durable option. My next pick is Saint Laurent pebbled leather bags. So this is a much more affordable option when we are talking full leather bags from a premium designer. So those Louis Vuitton canvas handbags are more on the affordable side as well, but remember they're just coated fabric, whereas these Saint Laurent bags in the pebbled leather finish are full leather bags at a very similar price point to the canvas bags from Louis Vuitton. So if we're comparing value for money, these are much, much better value for money compared to the canvas bags, considering how durable and good quality their leather is. So the Saint Laurent pebbled leather finish is very comparable to the caviar leather from Chanel. So you can see the grains in the leather and it feels very, very sturdy. Again, very scratch resistant and weatherproof as well. I do have to say that I've only had this bag for about a week or so, so I will definitely do a wear and tear update in a few months time. But guys, I've been using this bag non-stop for a week and I've been loving it. Even on my work days, I normally carry my Louis Vuitton Neverfull, which is a big tote. I'd have this inside of that bag so that I can carry it out for dinner and things like that. So I've been using this for a week straight and I've been very impressed with it. So we all know how durable Chanel's caviar leather is, but sometimes we don't want to spend $6,000–7,000 on a bag. Then this is a great option. This bag comes at $995 US or 1,420 Australian dollars, which is amazing value for money. I've been talking about this a lot in the last couple of videos, but I am so in love with it and I can just see how well it's going to wear. So I just wanted to include this in this video because I feel like it is a very reasonably priced option when it comes to durable designer handbags. My next pick is Louis Vuitton handbags in the Epi leather finish. This is my Alma BB bag in the Epi leather in the color Coquelicot. I've had this for about 3 years, I think, and it is holding up perfectly. So if you do want a leather option from Louis Vuitton that is very durable, I do recommend looking into their Epi leathers. They do their Epi leather bags in so many beautiful colors, and the Epi leather is known to be so durable. Epi leather was the very first leather handbag that they did, and if you look at those vintage bags that are 20 plus years old, you can just see how well the Epi leather holds up. So this is a particularly good option if you also like your bags to be a little bit more understated and subtle, because the other options I've shown you have really loud logos on them. Like the Louis Vuitton canvas bags have a whole lot of logos on the actual canvas itself. The Chanel handbags always have the huge CC logo that is very obvious. But when it comes to Louis Vuitton's Epi leather line, I just love how understated they are. People who are into luxury handbags will actually recognize this as a Louis Vuitton bag as soon as they see the leather finish, because the Epi leather is very signature to Louis Vuitton. But people who aren't into luxury handbags won't necessarily recognize this bag, which is great because sometimes you just want to be a little bit understated. So I love the Epi leather pieces for that reason, apart from how durable they are. Now my final pick may come as a bit of a surprise, but it is the Givenchy Antigona bag in the shiny smooth leather finish. So these bags come in two different leather finishes. So it comes in this shiny smooth leather finish and also comes in the pebbled leather finish. I have contemplated between the two leather finishes for the longest time before finally deciding on this shiny leather finish, and I just really wanted to include this in this video as well, because a lot of people think that this leather is very high maintenance and will scratch up really easily, but I want to tell you that it doesn't. It is so durable. This is one of the most durable leathers I've ever seen in a smooth finish. It is more durable than anything else that I've seen from other luxury fashion houses. Usually, smooth finish leathers are known to scratch easily, but not this one. So I've had this bag for about 5 years. I bought this in Hong Kong back in 2014, and this bag has gotten a lot of use. If you follow me on Instagram, you know how much I use this bag, but I'm happy to report that after 5 years of consistent use, the leather is literally spotless. So the front of the bag is looking very, very perfect. You can see literally no scratching at all. The Givenchy plating is perfect, that hardware, and the handles are in amazing condition as well. And I'll turn the bag around to its back where it rubs more. If you have a look at the back as well, I mean, look how beautiful that leather is holding up. I did another inspection of the bag before I started filming this video, but I could really find no wear at all. The stitching is holding up beautifully. I mean, I really couldn't fault this bag at all. So if you are not a fan of any textured leather pieces like the pebbled leather or the Epi leather sort of finish, and you just love the smooth leather look, but you're really concerned about the bag's longevity and durability, I really recommend checking out this particular bag, because not many smooth leather bags will hold up this well, and as you can see, this one has. So I'm sure a lot of these bags came as no surprise to you because they're just known to be so durable. I absolutely love talking about handbags, and if you are into handbags as well, there are a couple of other videos I'll suggest that you watch next. So I've recently done a whole handbag collection video, so I'll leave it up here so you can click and watch it if you haven't watched it already. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. As always, thank you so much for watching this video and spending some of your precious time with me today, and I can't wait to see you again soon in my next video. Bye guys!